going on? Yeah! Loving the intro line for the yeah. Just made it my ringtone. What's going on? That's funny. Yeah, it's a good jam right there. Some good music. And yeah, what the hell's going on today with the market? Jesus Christ. But there's a lot of good deals out there, right? Look at all that red. Red. I just can't believe it. It's a good thing, right? For those of us who know how to play the game and buy up when it's red, because you're only supposed to be buying when it's red, right? When it's extremely red, then you buy, right? And you can start stacking. But it's crazy, right? But I think we only have a couple more days left of this. But all this stuff right here, yeah, over 1.2 billion in crypto positions were liquidated in the past 24 hours. Crazy, right? Like, damn. Right? A lot of people are not happy, right? But what do you guys think of my thumbnail? Like, we're all guys here. Hopefully that doesn't offend anybody, right? That thumbnail with it's it makes me think, like, what do I probably have, like 2, females in my audience? It made me think, right? Like, why the hell not? But post a picture of a chick who looks bottomless that's riding a bull, right? Why not? What I was going to say, it started to remind me of, like, one of the very first shorts that I made. And I made it about the fact that I had like 900 something visitors in a month. Like, it was like a few years ago, right? Here you go, right? I had like 900 something visitors in a month, or maybe close to 1,000. And YouTube was telling me in the YouTube analytics that all of them were men. You're just going to play this. It's crazy.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to say that the term "you guys," is gender specific. I know there's a lot of shaming going on right now with people saying "you guys" and they don't feel comfortable anymore because a lot of people say, "Hey, there's girls in this group. You're supposed to say y'all or something like that because guys is just for men." Because it's not inclusive. But I wanted to say, I was just about to make a new video. Obviously, if you subscribe to my channel, I have a channel about tech and finance, about making money and so on. I was making a video about SEO, so be sure to check that out. It's coming out in the next few days. But I was looking at my stats, and holy crap, look at this. So in the last 28 days, I got 996 unique viewers, right? 100% of them are men. Look at that. That's insane. So just so you know, you guys, everybody's on my channel is a guy. So, hey, I'm going to be saying you guys. I'll catch you later, guys. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to say...
Yeah, that reminded me. I can't imagine that, like, every single one of my viewers are men, or male. There's got to be some females, but... What's going on? Yeah, beautiful sale today. Yeah, I know, right? It's amazing. Yeah, like man, I wish I prepared for this, man. It was like I was saying, I was looking to that article I found about the TGA rebuild, a Treasury General Account, and sort of like this concept of sucking liquidity out of the markets, and it's going to end like in a few days. It's going to end like at the end of September. So if that's what's causing this, then wow. Something to keep in mind for the next time. I'll be checking that out. I was like, I hadn't come across that concept before, but what else we got? Yeah, hilarious, right? Bullish on Kaspa in the long term. I am indeed too. Bullish on Kaspa in the long term. I'm not expecting too much this run up right now. I'm expecting a lot more maybe next year and following year, right? Because I'm one of those guys that thinks that this 4-year cycle is done with. But we had some interesting things today. I don't know if it's interesting, if it's good or bad. So we had better than expected continuing jobless claims and better than expected initial jobless claims today. which is good. We don't want people losing their jobs, right? But let me see, investing.com Fed rate monitor. I didn't even check that today. Let me check it out. What it means is when the jobs are looking more plentiful, then the Fed, decides to stop being so dovish on the cutting of interest rates. So I think this has now decreased. As it was in the 90s, it was like the chance of an interest rate cut in October was like 90 something. Now it's 88. So it's probably a result of the good jobs reports today. It's like Jesus, it's one or the other, right? You don't want people losing their jobs, but you want interest rates to go down too. So yeah, that's really crazy. But one of the things we got going on here, this Kaspa.live website, look at that, it was almost 9 hours on the dot. Like, wow. Yeah, look, 9 hours on the dot. We're going to have smart contracts with Kaspa. So yeah, we're going to see some pumps. Hopefully we can get the KRC20 tokens pumping. I can't wait for that. What do you think of Slay? Yeah, I checked into it. I didn't really check into it too much. I mean, there's so many tokens out there. Fire sale, good day to DCA, catch things that we missed. Exactly. Yeah, I recently got into what things that I missed over the last few months. I got into I think just this morning, right? I got into Pump Fund, and over the last few days, I got into ZBCN and Moonwell over this last few days or so, last week or so. And I put a couple buys into Moonwell. It was yesterday, and then a couple days before that, I was like, yeah, just keep on buying on the way down. DCA your way in. Keeps going lower. Just buy every single day, because this is it's not going to be like this forever. We probably only got like a few days left, if that. Like maximum like September 29th. It's cast with smart contracts. Yeah, man. Casper's big move for sure. Exactly, yeah. There we go. Most going on the IGRA Labs layer 2. I don't know about that, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just can't wait with the KRC20s. I got like so many of them that I just want to just sell and just get rid of a lot of them, because some of the projects that went dead, they're going to pick up. People are going to buy into them, and they're going to be revived at least a little bit, and I can just sell, maybe take some profits. Like I mined quite a few KRC20s. Yeah. So this is like awesome news. What else we got? Yeah, I was looking through all the good news out there. I mean, there is just like tons and tons of like bullish news, like nonstop, like absolutely nonstop. So this thing about this is a U.S. lawmakers asked the SEC to implement President Trump's executive order, opening the the 12.5 trillion 401k retirement market to crypto. So it's like we're gonna get floods and like waves of liquidity of just like into the crypto market. And I mean, we're going to increase the crypto market cap by the trillions. Like, I would say from now over the next, Jesus Christ, the next couple of years on into the next 5 years, and, and so on into 2030, man, I can imagine just 5 years from now having a crypto market cap that's like over like 60 trillion. That's insane. It's under 4 trillion right now. So the amount of money that we stand to gain, because we're so goddamn early, it's insane. It's unbelievable. Yeah, U.S. economy surges. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I already closed the FinViz tab. But yeah, U.S. economy surges, marking its strongest growth in almost 2 years on consumer spending. Yeah, so I guess from memory, what I read earlier today, GDP was revised from 3.2% or 3.6% or some growth metric, just like say, okay, the economy is doing pretty damn good. Which is great, man. We want the economy to do good. We want everybody to have jobs. But at the same time, we want those interest rates to go down because we might be caught into a state of limbo. The perfect like Goldilocks scenario is that if the economy is pumping, people got jobs are plentiful, and we have deflation, and deflation is in the mix and is causing prices to either go down in some sectors or stay the same in others, and overall inflation is not going up. And then it's like, okay, there's no reason to keep interest rates high, even if there's many jobs, and if inflation is low, then hey, just cut interest rates. Kaspa's a stable coin. You remember that? That was like that was New Year's, right? That was like December 30th. I remember that because I remember I cracked open it was a can of half and half twisted tea, and I was drinking on a live stream. It was like the day before New Year's. Yeah, because you remember that? Yeah, I remember that because I was talking about how everybody's saying Kaspa's a stable coin, Kaspa's a stable coin, like nonstop, and I'm like, shut the F up, man. Because at that time, people got in, people were complaining that Kaspa is a stable coin because it, has no price action in December. And these are the people who bought Kaspa, like a few months back. And like it didn't pump during the Trump pump, right? So it didn't go up. It stayed almost flat during the Trump pump when everything else pumped in November and December, right? So everybody was complaining that Kaspa's doing nothing. Kaspa's a stable coin. And I'm like, dude, I sold multiple Bitcoin to buy into Kaspa when Kaspa just pumped from like 4 cents to 10 cents. And that was in the end of 2023. So I went through an entire year, right? When of a Kaspa's price being flat, and when I could have just held my Bitcoin, I would have saw at the time I would have saw a 3x if I held my Bitcoin, right? I would have, and I was like, shut the F up, man. Kaspa's a stable coin, man. It's like I'm in it for the long term, That's so funny, man. You bring back the old memories, man. Yeah. So I'm moving on my miners to my node for the smart contract. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I haven't done any mining since like it was a 2017 cycle, but it was like I was doing mining back in 2015 and stuff. Yeah, then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna, afterwards, I'm just gonna buy. It doesn't. I was like, I guess it didn't float my boat anymore with mining. But yeah, things start pumping. You get a lot of rewards when you're a miner. When things start going crazy with all that volume. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of KRC20 stuff. A lot of these projects that I thought were doing pretty damn good. I thought the teams were solid. The projects look good, and they just is out of nowhere. There's like their Twitter profile just ended. Like it just went dead. In some cases it was deleted, but in most cases it was just a dead Twitter profile with just the last tweet from like months ago. When prior to that, it was like every single day there was activity. I'm like, oh, where'd they all go? Yeah, 9 hours to go. Yeah. Oh, what's my most bullish KRC20 token? Without a doubt, that is going to be Croak. I'm like a Croak maxi. I'm a Kaspa maxi, but for KRC20, I'm like a Croak maxi. I got a lot of Nacho. What else do I have a lot of? I have a little, not too much of Kango. I sort of missed that, and I didn't buy too much afterwards. A lot of Conan. I got some gold. I got tons of them. Like I mined most of them when they first came out. Yo, what's going on? Next few days, 2 to 3x on Kaspa? I don't know about that. I mean, consider right now, Kaspa is 7 cents. Then yeah, I mean, I think it can go to 14 cents easy. Because things are just going to start pumping again. But I normally have this gauge to say, oh, Kaspa's 10 cents because that's what it always hovers around. But so from that regard, I wouldn't expect a 20 or 30 cent Kaspa, you know, next week or something. I wouldn't expect that. Maybe 14 cents. Meme HQ was launched by Big CMO, still under 100K, about 6 days old. I don't know. I'll look into that. What else? What? Let me see. Down. You know that one, huh? Yeah, you just reminded me. We going, like, I always play Johnny Cash. We're going down, down, down in a burning ring of fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I was playing these Johnny Cash sound effects like nonstop in every live stream during the whole tariff season, which I guess started in February and sort of went on and right on through March. And it was like every live stream, it was just everything is going down, everything's red, it's going down, down, down. But you know, as we got this going now, so it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be Kaspa coins. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be rocking soon, right? Well, I think my browser's frozen. Yeah, I noticed that when I push the Control Shift and T to undo the closed tabs, it just freezes when I do a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll stop doing that. Kaspa, where is this from? That's that. Oh, because I clicked something. That's that. U.S. economy. Yeah, we got a. I was just looking at this Watcher Guru, and it was like the amount of stuff that's like there's okay, bullet coin, bullet. Why did I say? Maybe I said the word bullet because I think of Israel and always think of all the the fucking violence over there and stuff. I don't know. It's a bullet. Bitcoin falls under 110K. Yeah. 230 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 30 minutes. Craziness, right? Yeah. Like ETH fell below 4K. Today, so yeah, and this is just so today's this was just yesterday. Bitcoin is 114. So yeah, that's what happened. People saw Bitcoin go up a little yesterday, and there were a lot of longs placed on ETH, thinking that everything is, the market is going to pump, and then went down. So a lot of people were liquidated. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 100 million worth of ETH longs were liquidated in the past 30 minutes. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But if you go further down, Like Brian Armstrong calls for Bitcoin to reach 1 million by 2030. Yeah, it's interesting. Then it's too far back, but yeah, interesting stuff. Oh man, this is the yacht, guys. This is what we're gonna. All my community members are gonna be. We're gonna get something like this. In fact, this might be too small. This might be too small, but yeah, we're gonna be making it big time. But like I was saying, like in my community, like we just get some awesome plays just because of all the tech and all the software that I got in my community, like unlike any other Discord, man. So click that link in the description below. Yeah, soon, in just a few years, man, the amount of growth we're going to see in the software that that we have our hands on, that goes out and just finds like awesome plays at a low market cap. Yeah, it's insane. Like 550x MYX. Can you imagine that? And MYX is still going to go. From opening by a 6 million market cap, a 6 million market cap in May, a few months from now, MYX is probably going to go. It's probably going to double this all-time high. So, or more. So, it might end up being like it could be like even a 10x from its all-time high. Because you're talking like 30 billion with MYX. You know, it could be, it's insane. That would be like that would be like I did a 5,000x. Unbelievable. Let's see how it goes. Link in the description below, you guys. Let's see how it goes. Kaspa down over 50%. My other plays pump first. I might double back and grab some. Yeah, to be honest, if not for the smart contracts right now, with this coming out, I was thinking like I should actually sell some Kaspa for something else. But if not for this, I probably would have sold. Like a small amount because I'm a Kaspa Maxi. That's my largest bag. But I would have just sold like, I don't know, $5,000 worth just to spread it out into other coins that I think are going to pump more. But we'll see. Hey, what's your Kaspa bull and bear bull run top? Well, I mean, yeah, if you're a regular here, right, then you know that like everything I always go through and I run through with the charts and so on, I don't think the bull run top is not going to be until 2027. So based on liquidity and everything that's going on, there's no QE yet. We typically, based on what I've seen in the charts, we need peak QE in order to get a Bitcoin top. And a lot of these institutions are calling for like a $1 million Bitcoin, like Brian Armstrong just sold that $1 million Bitcoin in 2030. Or some of them are saying 1.5 million in 2027. You can't get that without a top. So I think that this run up right now that we're just about to have, I think Kaspa is going to be like 50 cents, maybe anywhere from like 40 to 80. Next year it might, obviously in January it might go down again, might drop back down to 15 cents, maybe 10 cents, depending on, a lot of people are going to be disappointed because they're being told that this is the bull run top because it's always that way and it's always in November and it's every 4 years. And it's just not true. It's like everybody, all these influencers say that it's always every 4 years and it's always in November. It just, like you have to figure like why does it happen? Dig into why, what causes it to happen, and so on. So I think that a lot of people are going to be disappointed and they're frustrated and exit the market, and they're going to cause like this big crash in January, right? And it's going to be really red. It's going to be redder than it is today. And it'll be like that for a few months, and then it's going to pick up again, a quarter or two later. So maybe, Kaspa could reach like $1 or $2 next year. So, and then 2027, I think what these institutions and these big guys are saying, like Kathy Wood and everybody, they're implying that, you know, ETH is going to be like $40,000 or 10x from today in 2027. And Bitcoin 1.5 million. They're implying that the total crypto market cap is going to be in the tens of trillions, you know, 20, 30 trillion, maybe more in 2027. And if that happens, Kaspa is probably going to be $20, $30, something like that in 2027. So that's, you know, somebody said when I live stream like last week or so, Kaspa's a sleeping giant. And I think so. I think it is. And it's disappointing for now, but I'm sticking with it. In the long run, I think it's going to be, you know, something grand. Pump it up, pump it up. Yeah, put the Bitcoin and the Kaspa coins together. Do I... Hold up. I'll lower that. Do I live stream every day? No, I've been live streaming more frequently recently. So it's like almost every day. I didn't live stream yesterday, but I did the day before. I was busy with something else yesterday, and then I made today. What I did was I made a video about Jerry the Turtle, and I made it live. Or I actually made it this morning. Yeah. I made a video about Jerry the Turtle this morning. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to do that. Either every day I'm going to either make a video or live stream, or maybe both. Sometimes I find it easy to sometimes I find it easy to actually just take out the phone and just record, like almost like I'm recording a short, even if it might go beyond the 3-minute time limit. For YouTube short, then it's just a regular video, even though it's vertical. But I find it easy to just sometimes take out my phone, even when I'm in the car, like I have some thoughts, and I just record a video. So yeah, I just gotta get into the flow, Yeah, you guys, make sure you hit that like button.
Speaking of being friendly, did you know that the most friendliest thing that you can do today is to give that like button a pound? Seriously, I'm looking for some new friends, and if you want to be my friend, just hit that like button. I'm like the friendliest guy on the planet. Trust me. And by the way, if you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down so I can track you down and beat you senseless.
Like button, like button, like button. Hit that like button. So I found this and I thought it was kind of funny. This is like Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff says the ETH dropped below 4K. Well, well, duh.
Well, duh.
Down from 20% August highs. Warns that Bitcoin may be next. Right here it says it sank below. Despite all the Ethereum treasury company buying, the number 2 crypto is now an official bear market. Down 20% from its August record high. Bitcoin is next. Now, you know, this guy, he has been buying gold and complaining about Bitcoin for so damn long, right? For so many years ago. You can see his tweets going so many years back that if he had just not complained and just bought Bitcoin instead, he would probably be a billionaire. That's how long this guy has been complaining about Bitcoin and crypto in general. I'm like, dude, get out of here. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe he just doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. At what point he's going to be like, okay, I was wrong. At what point he's going to do that? You know? Unless he's just secretly buying and he's not telling anybody. He's going to just like, okay, you know, I've been buying. I don't know, man. Crazy. People will rotate funds from the stock market really soon. Rumors of QE coming, people will want to sell in December for tax reasons, in my opinion. People will rotate funds from the stock market? Are you talking about you're talking about on a more longer scale, like a more wider scale, right? Because I think the stock market was red the last 2 days too. Well, yeah, you're saying people make money. I don't know. Smart money making money on stocks and then putting it into crypto. Does that happen? I don't know. Because by comparison, you get so little return with stocks if you compare it to crypto. But I don't know. I mean, either way, yeah. Rumors of QE coming. Yeah, QE is coming. Hopefully we get that rate cut, because right now it just went down to 88% for the rate cut in October. As long as we get 2 more rate cuts, will bring us, this year will bring us down to 3.75 in interest rate. We need to get the lower the better. The lower the better. The lower you get, the more money printing, or whatever. It's not money printing. It's different from money printing, but the more investment happens, the more jobs are created, the more people have more money, and so on. So we need a scenario where there's very low inflation and lots of jobs, and it's easy to get loans, and it's easy to buy houses, and it's easy to do all this stuff. We just need that. We need all that so we can get that 30 trillion crypto market cap in 2027. Peter Schiff is the smartest dummy I've seen on the internet. Yeah, it's true, man. It's kind of funny. I just can't believe that guy, right? Yeah, it's unbelievable. What else we got? So the 250K Bitcoin narrative heats up. Experts, oh yeah, I was just talking about it. Arthur Hayes and Tom Lee say it's possible before the year closes. Before the year closes, 250K. Is that possible? Yeah. I think when I pulled this up, I didn't see this. Before the year closes. And these are the same guys that say that Bitcoin is going to be 1.5 million, right? Arthur Hayes, 1.5 million in 2027. Or something like that. Tom Lee says, things like, 40K Ethereum. So, and they're saying Bitcoin, it can be 250K by the end of the year. If that happens, we're going to get our $5 Kaspa this year. If that happens. Now, is this going to happen? I don't know. These guys are pretty smart. So, we'll be pumping it up. I don't know, man. So yeah, we'll see. This background music. Yeah, this guy is cool. Oh, am I not even following him? I've been to his profile here. Yeah, Arthur Hayes. Co-founder of BitMEX. What else we got going on over here? Yeah, lucky to hit 130K. This is what I was saying. Like, I don't know how these guys just said that we can hit 250K by the end of the year. You don't want to discredit them or discount them, right? Because they're pretty smart dudes, right? So, unless they see something that we don't. I'm like with Bitcoin, like I don't, you see people calling for 150K this year. I don't even see that. So, like I've been saying that Bitcoin is going to be like relatively silent this year and maybe pick up next year. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Either way, we're in for some exciting times, probably starting in like 4 days, right? Probably 3 or 4 days more of this red. So make sure you guys buy up. Keep buying up, buying things for Buying things, you know, if you miss anything, buy them. If you have some high conviction plays, just keep stacking them. Do what you can, right? This is another one, man, right here. Yeah, 150K tops. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I can imagine it going to more than 150, but we'll see. We're gonna find out really soon because we're just about into October right now, so we're gonna find out real soon. This is interesting right here because this is different from what I had known about the word HODL. So the term HODL is it came from a legendary drunk post on a Bitcoin forum in 2013. A user titled his rant, "I'm hodling" after misspelling holding. The crypto community turned into a meme and is now the ultimate rallying cry for refusing to sell, no matter how crazy the market gets. This is odd to me because I always thought the term HODL was more like an acronym, which means hold on for dear life, even though the F isn't there. Hold on for dear life. I just thought that was what it meant. I didn't know this was a misspelling. I had no idea. I had no clue. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, I try, man. I try. Toshi looks strong. Long term. Might be up there with Shiba and Pepe. I do believe. Yeah, that's how I hear about the hodling term. Yeah. Yeah, I totally didn't know that this was a misspelling. I thought it was an intentional spelling for like hold on for dear life. But Toshi, yeah, I love Toshi. I got me a ton of Toshi. Yeah, I was buying Toshi when it was like a 25 million market cap. I'm just buying like 50, 100 bucks here and there. And then when I found out I was going to get, listed on Coinbase, I put $2,000 on it. So I have a nice bag of Toshi like right now. So again, link in the description below if you want those buy alerts, right? If you want to become crypto rich, that's the name of the community. CryptoRich.VIP. Go to the website and sign up. Go to the WAP. But I think Toshi is going to be up there. I think it's an unpopular opinion, but I think Pengu is going to be up there. I think Pengu. Let me pull up the meme charts right now. I think Pengu is going to be a rival. I just did a video on JYAI today, and I think that JYAI, Jerry the Turtle, it's not that like 6 million market cap right now, but I think it's going to be going up the charts. Hold on, let me categories. At least for the next month. I mean, the next few months, I don't think Jerry the Turtle is going to go that high the next few months, but I'll never know. Because I do think that I think Jerry the Turtle is going to really, I don't know. I think it's in the long run is going to beat Brett. But we'll see. But I think that where's Pengu? Yeah, Pengu is already up there. I think that Pengu could potentially beat Pepe. I mean, realistically beat Pepe. Right? I think I have high hopes for Pengu. I think Toshi is going to move up the ranks a little bit. We may see Floki push down. A lot of these are all very strong plays, though. So we'll see about the Trump coin. I don't know, but I think Floki is going to go down and Pengu is going to go up. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think. I'm sorry. What did I say? Floki is going to go down and Toshi is going to go up, and then Pengu is probably going to beat Pepe. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's realistic. And to be honest, it could even beat Shiba. So I do have a lot of high regard for Pengu. It's an insider token, but yeah, I think it's going to be shooting up. I would like to see Turbo go up, but I have a ton of these. Meme Core, it was found by the software in my community, because we have this software, for those of you who know, pull out coins. It was found. I didn't play it because I didn't understand it. Because now I understand it's more like a like an Asian token, and like when I saw, like, I could have gotten into it, and I could have gotten into it like a I don't know, whatever market cap it was, we probably would have been like 100x. So I just didn't get into it. And I mean, I had Bonk earlier on. I sold it all, but that was like way back. I have some Trump. I never got into SPX. Originally, like that was another thing. I didn't understand what SPX was. I would click on it. I think even as recent as just a few months ago, if you guys seen in my live streams, I would open up SPX. The Twitter profile is deleted, and it's just a website that shows things about stocks and stuff like that. I didn't understand what XPS was, and in order for me to understand it, I had to search for it on YouTube and find other people talking about it. So I'm like, how the hell is it make it so difficult to understand what it's all about? Okay, the idea is it's supposed to flip the stock market in terms of market cap. Okay, but why don't they have like a Twitter profile and a website that actually says that? Let me open it up right now, see if it's still like that, right? Let's see if they change it, because it's been a couple months. Yeah, it's kind of strange when you have a project and you make it difficult that people understand what it is, so they don't actually buy it. Okay, account suspended. You would think they would either get it unsuspended, or they would create a new account and they would link to it here. If they do have a new account, I don't know about it because it's not linked to the website. You see, the website is like this. So it's okay. Why would I buy this? Why would I buy this token? I don't know. I have no XP. I'm sure some of you do, because a lot of people do. Obviously, this has a huge market cap, but yeah, than that, I got a ton of Brett. I got me some Farcoin. Definitely got a ton of Toshi. I got some Mod coin. I got Turbo is like my biggest meme coin bag, so I definitely would like to see that go up. Popcat, I got some Popcat. Definitely got a lot of Peanut. So yeah, I mean, if things start pumping, I'm going to be happy, man. I hope some of you guys are going to be happy too, right? Because if you don't have some of these things that are pretty good, just today's one of the, you can't get a day more perfect than this. Just buy up, because it's red today, maybe red again tomorrow, but you only got a few more days of this opportunity right now. It's chilling out. So look at the Binance listing. We'll take it as far as I can't wait. Yeah, JYA. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I explained in my video about Jerry the Turtle earlier today, that it's hard to say, because I'm of the mindset that this is just another run up and the bull run top is not this year, right? So then it's a question of, will Jerry the Turtle go to like 200 million next year, or maybe 2 billion? No, 200 million this year and 2 billion next year? Or, will the top be, 2 billion, this year? Like, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to close my computer to freeze. Hold on. All right, guys, I'll go back. Let me close these. So if we have this happening, which I highly doubt, but I have to give these guys some credit. If we do get a 250K Bitcoin this year, which again, I highly doubt, but I do have to give them credit, right? Then we'll probably see a 2 billion Jerry the Turtle this year. And then all the other memes are going to be so much higher. We're going to see Pepe up to 50 billion or more, or something like that. You know, if Jerry the Turtle is 2 billion, it will be a scenario like that. So, but we never know. And like I said, we're going to find out very soon, because right now we're just about to start October, and time is running out. Yeah, I imagine, yeah, it's going to do pretty damn good. Depends on how much liquidity is flowing through the markets. But yeah, you guys, make sure you buy up, take advantage of all those dips, and let me close out. Join the community below if you wanna be chilling with me one day on some gigantic yacht. Because they're all gonna be literally millionaires. All right, there's no doubt about it. What's this? This is my ending video. I love this one. I love this one. Yeah. I mean, you got tons of stuff from our community. You know, we scan like thousands of coins a day. We find coins when they're very low market cap to obviously pump to the billions, right? Like I said, we just made a 550x with NYX Finance, BNB token called Tutorial, did a 94x, and it just, the list goes on and on. Plus, we got all the other stuff. We got software to help us swing trade. And swing trading is, this software is absolutely heavenly. Because, like, if you're swing trading over the course of a few months, and you can actually double the size of your bag, or maybe triple the size of your bag just from swing trading. Because if you do that, you know, along the way, and then you finally get your 100x, because you triple the size of your bag, you get a 300x. So it's just, you know, all this software is in my community, and I got a Getting Started course too. So there's a course where I just tell you guys everything I know and all the mistakes I made and things like that. So link in the description below. Yeah, here's a list of tons of coins. No, this is not even a full list. All the X's we made. CryptoRich.VIP in a very, very low price. Prices gradually increase over time, but it's still very low and much lower than any other crypto community. And there's no other community that has all the tech, has all the stuff that I have, all that software. And my offer still stands, you guys. I always said, if you can find another community that has this type of software that I have, I'll give the first person to show that to me, to show me that community and point it out. I give you $500, and it still hasn't happened. So I think we're good for one of these. So I will catch you guys laters.